better, I think. G'day YouTube viewer, g'day bikers. Today I'm taking you to Swallowtail Pass, which is a track that goes across from Marulan to Taralga via Brayton. The actual pass itself is like a deep river gorge. You go down a very steep descent into a very narrow valley, cross quite a substantial river, but it's up near its headwaters, and then you climb up a twisty track quite steep and windy on the other side. The crossing is of the Tarla River, and the track was originally built as a rural back road to connect Marulan with Taralga back in the days where transport was much slower than it is now, and that would have saved a lot of time by cutting across rather than heading south to Goulburn and then back up, which in effect takes you around the mountain range. Now today I'm just going to take you down into the pass and back up the other side and then return with the river crossing, but I also did some great dirt roads getting there through a number of gates I had to stop and open and close. Now rather than coming in from Marulan on the eastern side of the track, I came in from Mossvale Sutton Forest side and down through Canyon Lee on a dirt road, which is where all those gates were. It was a fairly fast route on gravel, but a very good gravel road, although there were a couple of twisty sections down into some creek crossings and things like that. I'll show you some of that footage in another video. Now Swallowtail Pass itself was something I hadn't heard of 5 or 10 years ago, and then it started popping up with people visiting from Sydney in four-wheel drives, and I saw some YouTube videos about it, and that sparked my interest. And then more recently I've seen quite a few adventure bike riders with YouTube channels going into that area. So it appears over the last 5 or 10 years it's become far more popular for four-wheel drivers and adventure and dual sport bike riders. On this journey I took the Suzuki DR650. It was a warm mid-winter's day, around 20 degrees from where I started out, but up on the highlands it gets a little bit colder than that. It would have been around 16 or 17 I guess. But it was as good as it's going to get, pure sunshine, no wind, and really enjoyable. Now the DR650 to me is a classic looking trail bike, and for the kind of riding I do is really a bit of a unicorn. It does like fast dirt roads, and it can handle some steep twisty stuff as well. It does all the things I needed this day really well, including a ride over from the coast on some sealed roads. Very twisty those were as well, and it proved ideal for the day out I had. But I came across many other bikes, predominantly KTMs. There was some Teneres, at least one BMW R1300GS and some 1250s. I even saw a Norden and another bike that looked like it would have been a Yamaha WR250 or 400 or something like that. But predominantly most of the bikes I saw were far bigger machines, more than capable of handling this kind of road. But for me the DR650 was perfect. Being a Saturday, there were a few more four-wheel drivers and bikes out than would have been the case during the week midwinter, and that makes a ride like this a little bit safer. So, what was my verdict about Swallowtail Pass? The ride in and out is a wonderful trail. It's not a road I would like to do in a conventional car, because it was quite rocky and steep, four-wheel drive at the bare minimum. And I wouldn't take a road bike down here. Maybe something like the GB350, which is quite capable on dirt and has a little bit of clearance, but not a general road bike as such. And I think one of the reasons a lot of adventure bikes do it is they do a bit of a loop. One of the riders I came across and spoke to had come in from Sydney down through Oberon and was coming back out this way before heading back up to Sydney. For me, it took just over 2 hours to come across from the coast, and I didn't hang around very long because I wanted to get back before it got too late in the afternoon and the temperatures dropped quite substantially, which would have been the case up on the Southern Highlands. The river crossing itself was fantastic, a causeway where the water flows over, with a little waterfall drop of 10 inches or so on the other side, quite a bit of water in it, and at each end beyond the cement, it's quite rocky with large pebbles. Not too much sand or anything like that to navigate or negotiate, but a great location for footage and photos on either side. Would I recommend it? Absolutely. For a day out on the dirt, it was fantastic. I had an incredible time. As I mentioned, I didn't muck around, but it was an incredible day. Doing the kind of riding I enjoy more than anything. I got some twisty tarmac roads on the way up and way back, and then probably 30 or 40 kilometres of dirt, where I got to enjoy the crackling sound of gravel beneath the wheels on a bike with no traction control or ABS, so it does lend itself to slipping and sliding around a little bit. So all in all, a fantastic day out on the DR650. I'll be doing some more rides up that way and out and about in that area, and I hope you can join me when I do. If you have any recommendations, great roads or trails or tracks in that area that I should look at, please let me know in the comment section below. And if you have a favourite bike you think would be fantastic on this road, please let me know what it is. I hope you're having a fantastic day wherever you are in the world. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't done so before, please consider subscribing to the channel, because that really helps me out and helps alert more people like you interested in biking to this channel. Have a fantastic day, and until next time, happy motorcycling.